Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Today is going to be Tuesday, the 6th of Rabi' Awwal bi'idhnillah. We're going to take the second grammar, inshallah. It's going to be on page 65, okay? And the objectives were for it. Learn the use of the articles, and students were able to answer what are the articles that we had. It was a, and that, okay? The second objective is learn to use adjective clauses and relative pronouns, and we're going to explain what is the meaning of that. I asked my students to choose numbers and to guess what's under the picture, and they were able to guess mashallah immediately, and they didn't have that much of time to know who was under the cover, which is our King Abdulaziz. And I asked them, King Abdulaziz, by using a sentence, Abdulaziz was a king. He unified Saudi Arabia. And I asked them, when did he unify Saudi Arabia? And the answer was in 1351. Okay, this was our national day. طيب, I asked also my students to help me out, okay, and tell me, okay, how many sentences do they see on the slide? And they were able to tell me that they can see two sentences. So this is going to be the first sentence, and this one is going to be the second sentence. So we have two sentences. I asked them again, both sentence 1 or 2, are they related? And they said yes, it's related. All of these two sentences were talking about King Abdulaziz. Here is the Abdulaziz, and here is the pronoun that refers to King Abdulaziz. So I asked them another question saying, Ya banati, can I make it shorter? Okay, what can I do to connect or combine these two sentences and make it one sentence? And they were able to do it. And they said King Abdulaziz was a king who unified Saudi Arabia. And I asked them, what is who? So the answer was, Ya Jamilati, it is called relative pronoun. So now, from knowing what's relative pronoun, it means it's a word that's going to connect two sentences, and this relative pronoun focus on the noun, اللي هو subjects. Okay? So from here, from this sentence, I can know that who refers to what? To people. Amazing job. Now let's move on. And I asked them that King Abdulaziz was able to unify Saudi Arabia after lots of small and huge battles, and he had about 30 to 32 years, so he was able to unify it as one whole united as a country, yani Saudi Arabia. And I told them that Ibrahim alayhi salam has asked Allah before to make this country a safe country. And I asked my lovely students to read this ayah. قال الله تعالى وإذ قال إبراهيم رب اجعل هذا بلدا آمنا وارزق أهله من الثمرات من آمن منهم بالله واليوم الآخر ومن كفر فأمتعه قليلا ثم اضطره إلى عذاب النار وبئس المصير. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us blessings, okay? We should pay attention to it and thank Allah for it. I gave them another example saying Sarah used to be a cook, she is now a YouTuber, and I asked my lovely students to use relative pronoun, and they were able to make it as one sentence. So the sentence is going to be Sarah used to be a cook who is now a YouTuber. And I asked my lovely student, what did you do? They said we omitted a full stop and we cancel she because she is Sarah, so we cancel it and we put a relative pronoun. So that it is that simple. It is that simple. So who here, again, I'm going to ask you, Ya Jamilati, who here is what? So it's going to be called relative pronoun. Okay, simple as that. Now let's move on. This is a clip from your book. It's going to be also on page 65. And I asked my student to highlight what is the meaning of this what is the meaning of this يعني sentence ولا rule. So I asked them to underline what I just highlighted, an adjective clause. So for me as a student, I don't know what's an adjective clause, and I'm going to explain it. An adjective clause is the clause that describes or gives information about the noun that comes before. Like, what are the relative pronouns? How many do we have? But of course, we have, I think, 7 to 8, but the books only focused on 3. So who, when we want to talk about people. Okay, which, if I'm going to talk about things. Okay, and and that, when I want to talk about people. Okay, and things. Simple as that. Okay, now let's move on. I gave them examples. The man who is working in the clinic is my uncle. So where is the relative pronoun? Excellent. Who is the relative pronoun? So who, we use it for what? Amazing job, for people or person. Amazing job. But where is my adjective clause? This is my adjective clause. It's an information I don't need that much because the sentence is the man is my uncle. خلاص, that's enough. But if I'm going to give you more information, okay, so I am going to call this adjective clause. Okay? But this one is giving me more information about the man, which is my uncle. Number 2. So the pen which, pay attention, the pen which you bought is on the desk. Where is the relative clause? Sorry, where is the relative pronoun? Amazing job. It's going to be which. Amazing job. Which refers to what? يعني يعود على ماذا? Okay, excellent. On the pen. Good job. Is it any pen? I have lots of pens on the desk. لا, I want the one you bought. يعني I am focusing on that pen. Now let's go for sentence number 3. The dress that she is wearing is red. So where is the relative pronoun? Excellent. It's going to be that. I am referring to what? ممتازين. I am referring to the dress. طيب, I have 3 red dresses. Which one I'm talking about? لا, I'm talking about the one she is wearing. Got it? Simple as that. So if I'm going to say, okay, simple, an adjective clause is the one that describes or gives you more information, okay, about the noun. Simple as that, and we mentioned that. Okay, we said relative pronouns relate clauses to noun in adjective. So whatever is in the adjective clause, it's focusing on the noun. So it's focusing on the noun. Okay, this is the meaning of it. Simple as that. But what are my relative pronouns? Who refers to people. Which to things or animals. That to things or people also. Simple as that. Okay, got it? Fine. Now, every time I'm going to use a relative clause, I am referring to what? To the noun. Amazing job. Every time, don't forget that. Now let's move on. I gave you examples, and I'm asking you to what? To choose the correct relative pronoun. So the person used to read the news is over there. Who and that. Excellent. Now number 2. The Hayil rally is a car race. Attracts many spectators. So it's going to be which will that. Why? Because I am talking about what? About a race car. Here I'm talking about a person. A documentary, number 3. A documentary is a film. Depicts factual events. بمعنى يصور. Okay? يعني مناسب أحداث حقيقية. Okay? So it's going to be which will that because I'm talking about a film. The contestant, okay, is going to be who will that because he is or she is a person. يعني people. So we're done with this one. I asked my student to work as individual and write in their notebooks. Okay. These are subjects they take like physics, history, and health education, التربية الصحية, and put it in a sentence using a relative pronoun. And they gave me lots of lovely answers. So you can say physics. Okay. Physics is a subject that talks about science. You can say history, okay, is a subject which talks about events happened in the past. Health education, you can say, is a subject that or which, okay, talks about our health. Simple as that. So it's an exercise, you can do it alone. Now let's go for the second clip in the same page 65, and it's saying relative pronouns as subjects. So pay attention. What are relative pronouns? Amazing job. Are three: who, which, and that. مبدعين يا بناتي. Amazing job. So a relative pronoun is going to be the subject of an adjective clause when, if it is going to be followed after a verb. So I have which, ولا who, ولا that. Okay. After there's a verb, so a relative pronoun is going to be acting as a subject. So I gave you a connection. So if there's a verb, it's going to be, can be the subject of an adjective clause. Simple as that. But what's so important about it that I must keep. I cannot delete. And we're going to give you examples to understand that. So for example, here I gave you an example. I am someone who loves playing football. Why did I choose a relative pronoun who? ممتازين, because I am talking about someone, and this someone of course going to be a person, إنسان, شخص. But what comes after who? Verb. Loves, الverb. So here, this one is going to be acting as a subject. طيب, pay attention with me. Can I say, I want you to imagine, can I say, I am someone loves playing football? لا, I cannot. It sounds weird. It's not correct. It's not complete. So it is a must. يعني I have to keep. ما أقدر أحذفه. لازم أحتفظ فيه. خلاص? So I am someone who loves playing football. Why I have to keep it? Because the verb comes after it. Sentence number 2. A teacher is a person who teaches you. Why did I choose a relative pronoun who? ممتازين. Because I am talking about a teacher, and a teacher is a person. صح? طيب, this one is going to act like what? It's going to act as subject. Why? Because what comes after it's going to be a verb. Amazing job. Number 3. July is the month which or that follows June. Why did I choose the relative pronoun which ولا that? ممتازين. Because I was talking about July, which is what يا حلوين? جماد, شهر من الشهور. طيب, this one, a relative pronoun is going to be acting as what? As subject, can be as subject. Why? Because comes after it the verb. طيب, can I cancel ولا delete which with that will who? No, I cannot delete it. I have to keep it. Okay, simple as that. Now I'm going to move on to the other slide. Okay, so here I'm going to give you more explanation, saying in relative pronoun can be the subject of an adjective clause, and I told you why. Because I have what يا جميلين? A verb that comes after it. Okay, and also very important tip, I cannot cancel. I have to include it in a sentence. Now give you exercise. Arabic is a language. Yalla, who can give me the answers? Amazing job. It's going to be which or that. What comes after it? Requires. Require is a verb. So this one is going to act as a subject. Number 2. The stuntman is a person. So the answer is going to be who or that replaces the main actor in dangerous scenes. So replace is a verb. صح? It's a verb. So this one is going to be acted as what? As subject. Number 3, the actor. So the answer is going to be who or that has won the award is over there. So it's going to be acting as also as a subject. Now let's go to the last clip in the same page 65. And he said relative pronouns as objects. So what are relative pronouns for the millionth time? It's going to be who, that, and which. If comes after them, okay, a pronoun, or a noun could be anything in the world, أي شيء حولك في العالم, okay, now it's going to act as an object. But what's good about it, I can cancel who with that with which, and it will not affect the sentence. What are the pronouns? Because I don't want you to get confused. I, will we, will they, will you, will she, will he, will it. These are your pronouns, Miss. So if it comes after who, that, which is going to be objects. طيب, simple as that. Now I'm going to give you an example, okay? English is a language that or which many people find easy to learn. So why did I choose that ولا which? Because I'm referring to English. طيب, what comes after it? Many people, so it's a noun. طيب, if it's a noun, this one is going to be acting as an object, صح? طيب, can I delete it? Excuse me, can I delete it? Yes, I can delete. Okay, now pay attention. If I'm going to say the sentence without using a relative pronoun, English is a language many people find easy to learn. It's a correct sentence. It did not affect the sentence that because of that I deleted a relative pronoun. Simple as that. Okay, got the idea? طيب, now let's move to sentence number 2. The man, it's going to be the man who or that I sat next to the airplane was very nice, okay? So who, that, why? Because I'm talking about the man. So this one is going to be as what? As an object. Why? Because I have the pronoun I. The last sentence, he's telling me that I can use whom when I'm talking or using it in a formal way, رسمي. And whom is the same meaning of who, meaning that we only use it with people. Simple as that. Okay? طيب. Now let's move on. طيب, so here I have the same sentences. طيب. Now let's do the exercise, okay? The popcorn, I'm talking now about the popcorn. So it's going to be what? I can say which, I can say that, and I don't have to use anything. It's up to me. صح, لأنه إحنا we said if after it comes a pronoun, okay, ولا noun, I can delete. I don't need it. So I have this option. I can say without, I can say that, or which, because I'm talking about the popcorn. Number 2, the director is going to be what? Who or whom. هذا إذا بستخدمه بطريقة رسمية. Who, that, or I don't have to use it. Why? Because what comes after it was also a pronoun. So if I don't want to use it, it's up to me. Simple as that. This exercise was in your books, and mashallah, the students were able to do it as pairs, and they gave me lots of lovely answers. A crime drama, so here it's going to be which or that. Okay, microphone, also which, that. You can complete, of course, the sentence. Daytime series, also which, that also. Okay, documentary also which, that. Okay, a forensic scientist going to be who. Okay, a poem is going to be which, with that, and the rest of the sentence also. This one was also a live worksheet, and students, mashallah, were able to answer it. So the album cover is going to be which. Okay, July is going to be which. Okay, Ali is going to be who. I met a doctor is going to be who. And of course, at the end, we use the exit card strategy. I gave them the sentence saying the girl, what? Okay, use the correct relative pronoun, is doing the experiment, is my cousin, and they were able to answer. Thank you. Of course, this was their homework. At the end, we said, or we were reading a quote from Henry Ford saying, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 80 or 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Thank you. See you tomorrow.